Hey everybody, it's Danielle. I'm doing this video this week from my cam on the computer. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to try and talk fast, so there are a few things that I want to say. Today I think I'm at like around week 20, I can't remember, but this week was a rough one because I was just off of surgery. I just had my hernia taken care of. So I should have been out longer to recover, but I did work this week. It was a very exhausting week, and I did no exercise. Therefore, I only lost a pound because I really didn't move much this week. But I'm happy with a pound because I didn't think that I would lose anything. Um, anyway, I'm down 88 pounds since the beginning of this journey, which is great for me. I'm so scared that it's going to stop. It seems like a dream, you know. And then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be 88 pounds heavier again. Or anyway, so that's that. 88 pounds down, lost a pound this week, feel good about it. A couple stories. Last night we went to the Y, my daughter and I, she has swim lessons. I'm going to be peeking in over there because my son's playing. We made a call, keep it in the bin. No. I'll close it. Anyway, she had swim lessons, so I finally got a chance to do the elliptical machine. And I hope the volume on this is loud enough. But anyway, I finally got a chance to do the elliptical machine, and I loved it. So this morning I was supposed to go to a dance class, but my husband had a doctor's appointment. Couldn't go because by the time I got home it was too late. So I just got back from the gym. I look like a wretch as always. And I did the elliptical. I did it for 50 minutes and I burnt 421 calories. I went 4 miles and you keep it in that bin. 4 miles I went in 50 minutes. So anyway, I thought that was pretty good. And part of the time I had it on hard, difficult, so I was like really pushing down, and boy does that ever get your heart rate up. Woo. But I love it. I don't love exercise. I don't love those machines. I love to ride my bike with my family, but that's about it. And I love to walk. Walking's great. But, to really get your heart rate up, God, that machine is great. I don't even feel it on my knees. And I can feel it. It was working. It's a good thing. So I'm kind of like on adrenaline right now because I felt like I had a really good workout. Anyway, what else I wanted to say was, I had a moment this week when I was doing a client of mine that I haven't done for very long. She was probably been a client for the last 3 or 4 months. Cole, you leave it in there. You don't take it out. Put it in the bin. Yeah, you got a dinosaur? Anyway, she didn't know me 88 pounds heavier. So we were talking about reality shows, and we were talking about Dancing with the Stars, and I was telling her how I love So You Think You Can Dance. I love to dance. I danced for like 11 years, and I love it. So anyway, we were talking about that, and I was saying how I went through the processes of joining into The Biggest Loser, because we started talking about The Biggest Loser. And I was like, I took the application offline, and I started filling out all the paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork, and there's a lot of really deep, I don't know if anybody's ever checked it out before, there's deep questions you really have to think about the answers to. Anyway, and soul searching, you got to do some soul searching to answer those kinds of questions. Never finished it, never sent it in, obviously. But I was like, I tried to get on there. I was going through the motions, and she looked at me, she goes, you can't go on The Biggest Loser. She goes, you have to be really big to go on The Biggest Loser. And I was just like, it was a perception thing, I was just like, well, a year ago I was really big. And I still now, it brings a tear to my eye that the perception of somebody, of me, somebody has of me is that I'm not big enough to go on The Biggest Loser. Where sometimes I still feel like I am because, there's a lot of skin and whatever. And I still have another probably 40 pounds that I want to lose before I'm done. But, or maintaining, let's not say done. But, because it's just going to be life. I struggle with carbs right now. I'm trying to find that balance. of where I can have carbs but still lose weight. And I think the exercise is definitely going to be the key in that. But I can't not have carbs for the rest of my life. I have to have them. I love them. I just gotta know when to stop, and I gotta know what good carbs to eat and how to control it. But anyway, learning process. So that just all that just to say that I was just so taken back by the fact that this client didn't see me as big enough to go on The Biggest Loser. Blew my mind. Anyway, that's one thing. Secondly, my husband was in the car with me the other day, and we used to have our seats in the same position because I needed, space for my body. Anyway, he goes to me, he looks over and he goes, because it really is amazing. He said, I really, really noticed, because when you see somebody on a daily basis, you forget, unless you're looking at pictures every day of them. He's like, it really is amazing. You got a dinosaur? Oh, that one Hunter kind of chewed. Yeah, look at his legs. They're all chewed up. Poor dinosaur. Dinosaur. Anyway, he said, your seat is so far up. He's like, it's mind blowing. And I was like, yeah. I said, when I used to put the seatbelt on, I'd have to pull it like a lot, like pretty much the whole thing out, clip it. And there wasn't a lot of space. And so I did it and I pulled it out and I was like, I have lost that much weight. And I just had to sit there and look at it for a minute. You guys have to do this. If you haven't done it yet, you got to do it. Remember where your seatbelt was as Ankylosaurus. The last, before this journey, how you had to pull it out and where it was, because it's just the most amazing thing. I sat there in awe for a minute at myself. And then I was like, if you take Lydia, my daughter, and, put her behind me, that's why my seat was up so far. Ooh, T-Rex. Here you go. You want them both? You want them? The T-Rex, anyway, you put her behind me. That's why my seat was where it was. Other thing that I noticed, other than like the great thing of crossing your legs, I love to cross my legs now, is before this journey started, I would cross my arms and they were always like resting way up here on my boobs, really. Sorry guys, but now I was talking to my husband this morning with my arms crossed. I wasn't mad at him or anything, and they're under my breasts and they're comfortable, and I don't feel like I'm, you know what I mean, like huge. Sitting here, comfortable, crossing my arms. Also, I did host a baby shower over the weekend. Did I tell you guys that? I don't know, but I saw my nephew. I saw him on a 3D/4D thing. I was invited to go to the ultrasound, and I never had that with my kids. I don't know. I must have told you. I think I did last video. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. So what else other than the way? Oh, website. I was talking about a website for really good whole food, high protein. The website is, this woman has it. I think she's a cook, but it's like a non-official kind of website. It's 101 cookbooks is what it's called. It's my cell phone. 101 cookbooks. I'm going to ignore it. Is what it's called. And I did the chickpea tofu kale zucchini stir fry, and it was good. I'm not a huge tofu lover. Tofu for me, I could take it or leave it. But you could replace that. You could add any vegetables you want. You could replace it with chicken or beef or whatever you want to replace it with. It was good, and the only thing that's hard is that it tells you like how many portions it makes, but it doesn't tell you how many grams of protein per serving. So you kind of have to figure that out. But there are definitely some recipes on there worth looking into. So I'd highly recommend looking into that. Also, if you guys have any protein bars, is that a letter E? If you have any protein bars that you like, I was doing the Atkins a lot, but I feel like, because they're a really good low sugar, high carb, or high protein bar. But I feel like a lot of them are getting super sweet for me, and I don't like that feeling. Anyway, my time's running out. Ciao, everybody. Have a good week. Get on Elliptical if you can, because they're awesome. And I will chat with you guys next Tuesday, probably. And let you know my numbers. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you soon. Stay on track. Bye.